My name's Duddy, so builds and stuff. I've got a build today for you. I'm going to call it the Master Blaster. We're going to be preparing Gunpowder Gamble and Shredded Blast together to cause nuclear explosions everywhere. AoE damage maximum, ad clearance maximum, and on top of that, we're going to be pairing it up with some massive protection and ability spam with Spirit of the Cyrtachne, gain woven mail, and we're going to be pairing it with Spirit of Inmost Light for some really top tier ability gains. So stay with me, I'm going to break it all down. Now, Gunpowder Gamble, this is what one of the aspects of the build is. This, as we know, is just absolutely crazy for ad clearance. Throws solo explosives, it charges up with ability kills and weapon kills. Shredded Blast, destroying a tangle with a strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. As long as we use a strand weapon, we're going to cause absolute carnage with this. The Call, strand sidearm, absolutely a fantastic weapon. But if you pair it with Adrenaline Junkie, this actually works with Gunpowder Gamble. I did a whole video on this yesterday. Getting a ×5 Adrenaline Junkie going on the Call is just absolutely disgusting. Like I said, I did a whole video on this yesterday, so I'm not going to spend too long on it. But Adrenaline Junkie, it goes up like Rampage, ×1 up to ×5, 33%. But if you get a kill with your grenade or your Gunpowder Gamble, it's going to give you a ×5 straight off the bat, which is a 33% damage increase. And like I said, 33% damage increase on the Call is just absolutely stupid. Now, Adrenaline Junkie, you can do that with a normal grenade or your Gunpowder Gamble. You'll just look on this bottom left, just above my energy bar. You'll see once I shoot my Gunpowder Gamble, when that goes off, I'm going to get that ×5 going, Adrenaline Junkie. So this is just an added bonus, but this isn't the focus of the build. I just wanted to throw that in there just to sort of like go over a video that I did yesterday. Not to get sidetracked, the full focus of the video is going to be around massive explosions. Now, Solar Fulmination and Facet of Ruin with your Gunpowder Gamble is just absolutely disgusting. They both increase the ignition's effects, and you'll see in that clip, absolutely huge. Now, my class item, this works with many different class items, but the one I chose was Spirit of Inmost Light. Using an ability empowers the other two abilities. Whether you use your grenade, your dodge, or your Gunpowder Gamble, that is going to work. Now, Spirit of Cyrtachne, every time you throw out your Gunpowder Gamble, it's also going to give you woven mail, as well as your normal grenade. So a quick clip just to break that down. For your Gunpowder Gamble, you'll see I've got woven mail and its empowered abilities. And that also works, obviously, with your normal grenade. Whichever your grenade you decide to use, you'll also get woven mail and empowered abilities from the Inmost Light off that as well. So double bubble, double trouble, loads and loads of good stuff going on. Now, I choose Grapple. This Grapple is so strong. Even when you haven't got like a class ability to buff it out, it's going to unravel enemies. Really strong. This is perfect for creating tangles, and so is Threaded Spike. This also severs when you throw your melee at the target. These both are Strand abilities, and on top of that, I also like to run the Strand Super because of a seasonal artifact perk. The Silk Strike, it's really good super still. But if you pair it with Elemental Siphon, Rapid Final Blows with a kinetic weapon or a weapon matching your equipped super, creates elemental pickups, which in this case is going to be tangles. And then we're going to shoot the tangle to get that Threaded Blast going for absolutely huge detonations. This is underrated, really strong. And on top of that, we've got our Gunpowder Gamble. Now watch on the bottom left, this Threaded Blast actually charges up your Gunpowder Gamble as well. You'll notice I don't have a Gunpowder Gamble. I shoot that Threaded Blast and that will give me a Gunpowder Gamble. On top of that, you grapple as well as everything else that you've got going on. Gives you loads and loads of charges for your Gunpowder Gamble. You do get a lot of multi-kills with this, even in GMs and things like that. Just absolute carnage. You've got loads of explosions with your Gunpowder Gamble, and loads of explosions with your Threaded Blast, and it's just an absolute loop, like a real crazy loop of play that you can do. You can literally just spam your abilities, and see if you can guess what weapon I'm using exotic. We'll go into that in a moment, look at the state of that. But another thing just to sort of touch on before we go a bit more into it is when you've got your Prismatic Super up, everything you've seen, all your charging up for your Gunpowder Gamble, the Cyrtachne, your woven mail, every time you throw your Prismatic Grenade, you're going to get your woven mail, your Inmost Light going as well, and charge your Gunpowder Gamble up. So you can pretty much get your Gunpowder Gamble straight away as soon as you've come out of your Prismatic Super, and gain loads of woven mail, damage reduction and Inmost Light going. So I just wanted to throw that one in there. Like, between your prismatic, your normal grenade, and your gunpowder gamble, you've always got that woven mail and inmost light going, and this is the type of things you can do with it. It's like so good for like ad clearance, like that threaded blast, again underrated. It just does so much damage in a massive radius as long as you use a strand weapon. Look at the state of that. Charging my gunpowder gamble up, it's just absolutely disgusting. Really, really strong, and it's so easy to do with everything that you've seen. You're going to get like grapple. Obviously, I'm using Stylish Executioner as my other aspect because everything you've seen, again, it causes ignitions, scorch, invisibility as well, like that, to get the debuffs from all the strand stuff as well. And you can do really nice little loops of play, and it's all just extra damage, and it's really, really easy to do. Just detonations and explosions everywhere. Really, really strong. And then after you've used this sort of setup for a little bit, you will find that you can actually do some really nice little loops. Get a kill, shoot the tangle to get your threaded blast, get your gunpowder gamble going, get in there, get a grapple going, charge your gunpowder gamble up. It's just a really nice little loop that you can do with it. And again, it just clears so many ads and gets you so many kills. It's just absolutely crazy. And again, in GMs, it's just so good in GMs. There's not even Solar or Strand in this GM, and it was just absolute carnage. Just clearing ads from loads and loads of ignitions everywhere. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is an exotic weapon that actually fits this little setup absolutely perfect. I am, of course, if you haven't guessed already, I'm talking about the mighty worm, the Parasite. This weapon fires half worms, which when you charge it up, they do massive damage with the worm byproduct. Now, I don't want to go too much into this, but if you get a times 20 stack on this with ability kills or weapon kills, it's just an absolutely massive explosion. And because of all the threaded blast damage that you're doing and all the gunpowder gamble plus your weapon kills, you've pretty much got a times 20 all of the time on the Parasite. So it's just a really good fit. And then even if you don't get a kill on a champion, it's going to clear loads of ads as well in between. So it's just more gunpowder gamble charge, more ad kills, and it just fits the build perfectly in my opinion. Maybe some other options. I just think Parasite, because of how much you can get the times 20 going, is just so strong. And then on top of that, you've got that adrenaline junkie to incorporate into the build if you want. Now I'll quickly go over, we've already gone over Gunpowder Gamble, but Stylish Executioner is a really good one as well. Which we touched on briefly, but all your elemental debuffs on this build are going to make you invisible, so you're going to be like really stealthy as well and have loads of survivability with this because you're just in and out of invisibility. Now Fragments, Facet of Dawn, powered melee hits against targets make you radiant. We're going to be throwing loads of them threaded spikes, so we're going to be constantly radiant. Facet of Ruin, which we've touched on, this is going to increase the size of your ignitions. Pair that with Solar Fulmination and you're on a winner. Facet of Balance is a really good one because light kills, rapid light kills grant you melee energy, rapid darkness kills grant you grenade energy. The calls, darkness, you're going to get loads of grenade energy. Facet of Devotion, defeating targets afflicted by stasis or strand debuffs grant you light transcendent energy. I found this one really good on this build. And then lastly, Facet of Protection, while surrounded, you get more damage reduction, so it's a really good one. Now, mods, Firepower is really good because your grenade final blows create orbs of power. That and your normal grenade, your Gunpowder Gamble, sorry, going to create loads of orbs, infinite orbs. It's just so good. Now, this next mod is really important as well. This actually works really nice with your inmost light. Bolstered Detonation grants class ability when you cause damage with a grenade. Obviously, you're going to proc your inmost light from your grenades. That are going to give you class ability. Use your class ability to re-proc your inmost light. So it's a really good mod. I run 2 of them. Perfect for this build. The other little mod that I like to focus on is Harmonic Siphon. Rapid Strand Final Blows create orbs of power. Between that and your Firepower, you always got a constant surge for your legs, your weapon surge. I like to run Strand Weapon Surge for my call. It's up to you. You can run Solar Weapon Surge for your Parasite, but the one mod I highly recommend if you're running Parasite is Solar Holster, because the last thing you want to be doing is reloading that grenade launcher. It seems to take a long time. I found this one really useful, and you can get straight back onto it once you've got your kill and start using your abilities and charge it up again. So, Master Blaster build, I'll leave a build card from my friend over on Twitter, Mr. Slayer God. I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. Let me know what you think of this build. Loads of damage, loads of free ability kills, explosions everywhere, being tanky and getting loads of ability recharge rate as well. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.